Okay, so I'm here at the ILPH Farm in Norfolk, here for a lecture demonstration that's one of the series that we're doing here, the Rise Up Tour in spring of 2006. We've got two horses I'm going to work with this evening. So the first part of the evening is just going to be exercises done with the audience, partly in their chairs and partly out in the arena. Then we'll have a break, and the second half of the evening is going to be two riders and horses both in at the same time. What I'm really trying to do more than anything else is to bridge the gap between the elite riders who are so naturally talented that they don't know what they do, and the average rider who doesn't do what they know. In other words, they've read the books and seen the films and they know what they should be doing, but it just doesn't happen for them, however hard they try. So my aim is to bridge that gap, really by discovering what it is that talented riders do that they don't know they do, and making that knowledge accessible to other people, breaking it down into chunks that you can actually learn it and practice it and ingrain it as a new habit, and essentially in a step-by-step way teach yourself those skills.
And how do you try and achieve this?
Just by starting at what really is square one in terms of the ABCs of riding, as it were, which is not what is delineated out there, because the people who've always done the teaching and laid the ground rules didn't have to start at step one. They started way further along than that because they naturally did so much right. So it's starting at step one and teaching people how to do, the various ingredients, as it were, that make up the recipe of biomechanically correct riding. And those can be broken down and can be taught in steps in a way that hasn't been done traditionally.
Do you think that you can teach, that you're aiming to teach feel to the normal average rider?
Yes, what we start off doing in some ways may look quite mechanical, but yes, we certainly can teach feel, but within that we're teaching a very organised set of biomechanical skills in terms of how to organise your body. So the premise behind this too is that how you organise yourself up there on the horse really matters, that the horse is reading where your centre of gravity is, how stable you are, how wobbly you are, how off to the side you are. And a lot of the things that we think of the horse's evasions are actually his response to our ways of being not correctly organised. So my aim too is to show that when I change the rider, I can change the horse. And that one of the most effective ways of doing that is through changing how the rider uses her body rather than just trying to ride a certain set of exercises. I would like the audience to go away having really rethought some of their kind of standard ideas about riding, and with one or two practical pieces that they can really go home and do. So in terms of how they set their stirrup length, how they line up their body, how they use their abdominal muscles, how they organise the foot in the stirrup, how rising trot mechanism works. That's probably actually more than anybody will take away and do. But if people can take two or three things away from this demo that are very applicable and practical, they will go out tomorrow and ride their horses differently. And that would be my aim, that they have that experience and then one hopes move on from there.